coffee today with Chaya from Bywater Bakery. Thank you so much for coming by and having coffee with me at here now. I don't ever see you. Used to come in all the time. I don't see you anymore.
Nope, I'm pretty much stuck at the bakery. But I get to see you because you bring the coffee.
I visit you. Yeah. That's true. So Bywater Bakery, you're a new-ish bakery. You've been around almost a year, huh?
6 months.
6 months?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I know.
Okay. All right. So you've been around 6 months. In obviously Bywater Bakery, you're a neighborhood bakery in Bywater. That's
tucked into the neighborhood.
That's very simple. So to me, and I do have a little bit of a bakery. I've been in the bakery business myself for a while. So it's a very difficult nickel and dime business. And so how do you? I mean, like. So you were running all of the bakeries at Rouse's for a while, and so you talk about scaling down. Now you're like in that. What made you do that? Why did you do that?
Well, my passion is bakery. I've gotten my first job when I was, like I mentioned earlier, when I was 14. It's
14.
What I've always done.
What bakery?
Genois Pastry Shop in Vermont.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yep. So. It's what I've always done. I've loved it forever. My favorite thing to do if I go any new town, I go to the bakeries. If I'm stressed out at home, I bake. It's just a part of who I am.
When you say go to the towns, okay, and then do you is there? I guess you can get a feel for the pulse of the area by what pastries are in the case.
Absolutely, and you also get to meet people from, when you go to a new town, you're meeting locals. Right. You are seeing you learn a lot about the culture from their bakeries.
From their bakeries, yeah.
And so it's a great way to go explore a new city.
Yeah.
Usually if I can, if
and
it's
especially
a city,
if you have
I'll walk from bakery to bakery too, so then you're going from neighborhood to neighborhood, and it's just a really great way to learn about
But you can see a German-style pastries versus Italian-style pastries. You can see that.
Yeah.
And so let me put this in here. One of the reasons why I absolutely love Bywater Bakery is because well, number one, you're 2 blocks away from my house. So, my 2-year-old son can walk with me to your bakery.
And soon he'll be able to come by himself.
Yeah, he'll be able. Yes, it's that close. So if it's something. If I gotta watch him or something, I gotta entertain him. We can take a walk, and he's slow, but it's a nice walk for him. Yeah. And get a cookie or something, and then come back, and then he's ready to take a nap. So it's good. So that's your proximity is very nice too, but when I walk into your bakery, I don't see a bunch of cupcakes that I don't understand, and I've got to read the little tags to know what I'm looking at. I know that's a bear claw, that's a almond macaroon. This is I can identify. Oh, that's a dough bash cake. I can identify your products, and so I think that I don't know where I'm going with this question, but really you can tell you have a real bakery background that's very deep.
And I've spent a lot of time in New Orleans, and especially in the grocery business in New Orleans, you're making I bring in a lot of the things that are iconic in New Orleans.
You absolutely do.
I'm not just trying to do.
You've got cannolis. You've got
We got the petit fours. We got the dough bash cake. We got. We do Italian cookies. We do all the things that
I expect to see. When I walk into a bakery, that's the stuff I want to see. I'm like, oh, I'm in a bakery, as opposed to what kind of hip, clean, mod
it's
thing
important
is this?
Because the locals have an emotional response to that.
Yes. And isn't that what a bakery is about? You're supposed to be happy in the bakery. When you walk in, it's a happy place in that. So, and then you do cakes and all that kind of stuff. King cakes, obviously, all that, bakery stuff. So if you want to order cakes for your birthday or whatever, and you're in the neighborhood, you haven't been.
Yeah, we have whole cakes all the time.
Your slices of cake,
Slices of cake all the time.
Is great. And then, okay, so like me, I have an imagined food allergy, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that I try to stay away from grains, and I always can find something in your place to eat. But how do you? I'm sure people do that all the time. Huh?
We've spent a lot of energy, and we're more and more all the time trying to find things and develop recipes for people with sugar intolerance or people who are vegan. You know, there's a large portion of our population who have some kind of sugar intolerance, and we need to make sure that when they walk into the bakery that there's something delicious for people to eat. That's not an afterthought.
Right.
It's,
And so then you also do food, because I've been to your place many a times for lunch, for
breakfast and
for
lunch,
salad,
nice.
breakfast. What's your big? I know you do salads because I grab the salad. What's your big like lunch seller? What do people?
Salads for sure, and we're doing salads to order. We're starting that this week.
And
So
you have those big like flatbreads that Owen I'll get sometimes.
Sandwiches. We make our own sandwich bread. So you know, we put a lot of love into everything that we do.
Yeah. So how do you? Okay. So, but I know, like I said, I know a little bit about the bakery business. It's a nickel and dime business. It's a very low margin. It's a low price point, low margin kind of business. So like you need volume,
You need
and you're
volume,
tucked away
and
in
you need to have cake business. Cake business is vital.
Is yes, because your cakes are, and your cake you're decorating cakes all the time back there.
Oh yeah, we that's the thing that I'm the most excited about is that we've really developed a great cake business.
The cake volume.
Yeah, there's not quite. I don't think in this area there's a lot of places to go get a birthday cake.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and we do custom. We'll do anything you can think of, and so it's been great. People have responded really well. And it's really, to be able to be successful in a bakery, you have to have a strong cake business.
Yeah, for sure. And you're baking everything like from scratch.
Yeah, we make our own buttercream.
So when you go in, you got like a little window, and there's people running around like this.
Yeah, it's a very tight space. I think they think I'm crazy trying to put out as much as we do in that little space.
You put out a lot of varied stuff in that little space.
But we're expanding a little bit, so.
You got more space? Okay.
Yeah, that's going to help.
Yeah,
we'll get through season.
Yeah, because but you don't. So I mean, like, so here you are. You're super corporate. You're doing the grocery store, and see, this is what I'm trying to like. You're pumping out all this, and you got this great job doing this gigantic grocery store, and now you've scaled down so much. But like, I don't know. You can see like you care about that. I don't know. More is the right. I don't want to say care about that more than your previous gig, but it's a whole different.
More is the right answer. But,
yeah, that's why that's why I stopped at more. But you can definitely tell that.
But this is where my passion was, right? My passion has always been in scratch baking, and and that's just not the nature of a grocery store. You know, grocery stores don't do that.
Yeah.
So
how does
it was
the neighborhood?
Always my goal to get back.
You've got a neighborhood bakery, and how do you? I mean, like, how did it get to this point?
How did the bakeries get to this point?
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
There are very
really
few
important.
small.
So few small local bakeries, like neighborhood bakeries.
Yeah.
They were prolific.
Yeah.
Right. But as grocery stores started pulling in bakeries, right, they started doing.
Who's that? John Schwegman did that.
John Schwegman. Yeah. They're trying to diversify and offer more and more and more. And when they did that, they were able to offer things at a much lower margin, because they've got all these other things to help subsidize the overhead. They don't have to pay the big rent just off a bakery.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're able to offer things at a lower margin that your mom and pop neighborhood bakeries never could keep up with. And mom and pop neighborhood bakeries died. They died off.
There's very few of them are left in town. Very
few. And we probably have more than other places.
Yeah.
Which is the truth, right?
Oh, really? Okay.
Now, there is a resurgence
of
neighborhood bakeries. So that's the good thing, is that people have swung back the other way and realized the value of community and place building, and also the quality changes when you start to
man, let me tell you. And of course, I don't go to grocery store, a big box store, bakeries, and and I'm just not used to that at all. And so, like, if I go to a party and somebody has that and I get a piece of this cake, I'm like, this is cardboard.
There's a lot of people
Compared
that's all
to-
they know.
That's all they know.
They don't
Yeah.
know. They don't know what scratch tastes like.
Yeah,
That's real.
It's absolutely good. So, Bywater Bakery, Independence in Dauphine, and it really, if you just.
It's a big red building.
It's a gigantic,
Can't miss
bright
it.
red building. If you just are driving through Bywater, you'll catch an eye of it. I think the only thing that might be brighter in colors is maybe my house in Independence. That's the only thing I can. I'm trying to think of. Yeah, that would be. There's two things on Independence. You'll notice your bakery and my house, as far as colors go. But yes, definitely check it out. And then of course, I do want to thank you very much for being such a good promoter of mine. And
Love
Coast
your
Roast
coffee.
Coffee is brewed at Bywater Bakery. And so, like Hayes, he was just in here, and he was like, yeah, I loved your
everything
place.
but
The
the
coffee sucked. Son of a bitch.
Everybody compliments us on the coffee.
And,
Everybody loves it.
It's fun. You do a little bit of and of course you do brew a lot of the same coffees we brew here at San Rock, but you do brew a little bit some of my darker roasts. Your iced coffee is a little bit different than my iced coffee here. It's the same blend. We use chicory here. You don't use chicory there. So it's fun to kind of like, especially if you're a Coast Roast fan, to go.
You can try
This is
something
a
a little
slight,
different.
and because that's kind of what I do.
Still your quality.
It's still my quality. It's a little bit different, but that's what I do too. Is like I'll talk with people on, hey, what is your concept? And how do we pair the coffee program for your concept? So while you're serving Coast Roast coffee, but it is a slightly different spin on what this is. Your coffees that you're getting are designed to pair with your desserts.
Right.
So it's a little bit different. But anyway, go check them out. It's super great. Chaya,
Thanks.
thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having coffee with me.
Next time we have coffee, it'll be at your place. Take care.